Alright. So I'm trying out this bleed build on Path of Exile. And on this new league, it's been out for over a week already. I've been out of town at a funeral. And I just got back in, just started this character up last night for my league starter. We're only level 15. And I don't know what to expect really for the build, but we're gonna play. And I'm new to streaming, so I don't know what I'm doing as far as that goes. But we're trying it out. I've played Path of Exile over the years, off and on. I haven't played it, I mean, I've played a lot of hours of it, but I haven't beat the game ever or anything like that. I've made it through the campaign a lot, I've made it into mapping, I've completed my atlas. Well, technically I have not completed my atlas ever. I've completed every map in the atlas before, but I've never completed all my keystones. I've never... There's some bosses I haven't killed. There's some I have killed. I don't think I have a full understanding of the game. It's kinda... There's a lot to learn in this game. So I am following a build guide. So I'm not taking credit for the build I'm playing. I'm just attempting to recreate what somebody else has already done, just to see if I can even get through the game doing that, you know. So I'll be referring to my other monitor for my path of building that I've got set up. But with this stream, I'm just gonna try to be myself. Thought a lot about it. I don't really want to put on an act or a character. It's hard for me to think of stuff to constantly talk about. Just want to play to have fun, hang out, and that sort of thing. So just gonna do, I didn't set up a timer or anything, just gonna do about an hour. We'll see how far we can get in an hour, in the hour or whatever. I've looked at some speedrunning guides and different things over the years, and I've concluded that I'm not a speedrunner. So, and this is my league starting character, so I don't have access to a lot of things that'll allow me to twink out my character early or anything like that.
I can't do this just yet.
So I would say I'm still definitely learning the game. It's always changing too. This league is apparently Settlers of, I don't even know what it's called, Calgur. That's probably not even how you say it, but, and I'm interested to check out what the new whatever city building is or involved or whatever they have going on. This is the first league where there's gold in the game. I haven't even checked out King's March. Apparently that's the city that the currency is spent in. I just saw that now, so. I don't know what these are. What are these? I didn't even read it. Some event. Orichalcum ore marked? I don't understand what those are. I'm using an item filter and everything like that. I still don't know what's worth grabbing as far as loot that drops on the ground and what's worth skipping. We're about through Act 1. Yeah, here's a boss fight. My build is not set up perfectly. I haven't even played Path of Exile in a good while. So at level 12, I'm level 16, but at level 12, according to the guide, I was supposed to switch over my Spectral Throw, and I was supposed to switch it to Sunder. But when I checked the vendor, Sunder was not an option. So I either need to progress the game further to get that available, or I need to mule a Marauder character or something in order to unlock that. I don't know which. I don't know what I need to do exactly for that, but when I checked, it was not available at the merchant. Merveil the Twisted. I really like the new boss health bar up above the middle of the screen. I don't know how long it's been in the game, if it came in with this patch or like this league, or if it's been in for a while. Like I said, I haven't played in a while, but it's new to me. It didn't used to show that up there in the top. So that's pretty neat. I'm playing like trash too, of course. We're gonna get to this town, and then we're gonna look at some gear and some stuff I might need to make the Act 2 a little bit smoother. See if I can get anything set up that way. This is my first stream on this channel, so it's a test stream. I don't know anything about editing videos or nothing. It's just going to be a raw take all the way through. I really don't expect anybody to watch this one. I need to do it so I can test how it works with YouTube and everything. So in an hour when I stop streaming, I'll upload it as a video, even though it's awful and in its infancy. But I'll do it so I can watch it myself and see if there's any changes I need to make. Audio, or where I'm showing my video or anything like that. It's really just a beta test for me. got some hiccups. That's amazing. So there's these corrupted growths. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what these deals are. I don't know what they do or anything like that. I click on it, it spawns some monsters, I kill them, and that's all I know about it. So let's see, we are level 17. Make it to town here. Should be getting close. Okay, right now I'm doing Spectral Throw linked with, I don't know where, I don't even know where it went. Linked with Volley support. And if I had a red, if I had 2 green and a red, I would link it with, oh, this is like a boss or something, and I'm like looking at my gear. I think he's a rogue exile, because he wasn't like an actual boss, but he was tanky. Alright. We are in town in Act 2. Not really a speed run, but let's check this out. So I usually like to talk to these guys but not even read what they say, because why would I want to know about the game, you know? I just like to get their little exclamation points off my mini-map. And then I sell items that, you know, I don't think I'm gonna use. I really don't know. I do physical damage, so I need to... Yeah, with the gearing, I never know what's good or whatever, so I just... Let's compare a little bit of necklace. Where's my compare button? Oh, I'm using a... Regenerate life per second. Or I can increase my mana regen and get a bunch of extra stats. More cast speed, cold damage, max mana, fire resistance. Well, I mean, I'm not really a caster, but I do use mana. And I don't know if this counts as casting a spell. It doesn't matter. It's going to be better than that. I know that much at least. As for all the little intricacies of what it means, I don't have a freaking clue. This, I do know I'm looking for move speed on boots, and that's got 15%, which is nice. These other ones have good stats for me, actually. 2 resists, cold and lightning, strength. There's no move speed on them, and I want move speed. I do want move speed, but then I can't use my war banner if I equip these. That's the problem. Okay, I attempted to mute that cough, so hopefully that was muted out. Again, that's why I'm testing this. So, in my currency tab, I should have... Well, I mean, I shouldn't have anything yet because I just started. Oh, here's chromatic orbs. That's actually what I need to try to turn this red. Okay. It worked, so we can throw those on. See, all this stuff, I don't know what's better. Physical damage, life, cold res, stun stuff, last... More physical damage on this one. A bunch of strength, which the other one doesn't have. A lot of life. I lose cold resistance. I lose stun stuff. but it's better, so we're gonna use it. It's better in some regards. And I lose very little and gain a lot. That's basically how I play. I really don't know what I'm doing, which is great. I know that we're working on this node up here. We are doing two-handed stuff, and we're gonna come up into here and grab 40% increased damage with hits against rare and unique enemies when we get to that point. Let's try to get the skills I'm supposed to have now. I'll go look for Sunder again. I don't know if Yina wants to sell it to me, or she doesn't. She's not selling me any gems. Is Silk? No. I thought she would sell some skill gems or something. Maybe later in the act. We will go to Lion Eye's Watch, and we were gonna see if we could get these gems I need. Because I want to follow the guide. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I want to follow as close as I can. We like getting skill points, so. Martial experience. 30% increased physical damage with 2-handed melee weapons. Attacks with 2-handed melee weapons still 30% increased damage with ailments. See, what's an ailment in this game? I don't know what that means. 100% increased total recovery per second from life leech. Hits have 30% chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. So we will apply the point. And we're going to look at her gems. And we're going to see if she has Sunder for us. Finally, it's available. And then I need Maim, which I'm using right here. And I need one called Ruthless to go with it. And I don't have... Okay. But then I need a piece of gear that's got 3 reds on it, which I don't have. Then I need, instead of dash, we don't need dash. We're going to take that out. We need leap slam. We need faster attacks. Here, I don't know if it uses, this build doesn't use vitality, or it might use it. I think it uses war banner, but let me pull some gems out of here that were and just try to follow the build guide. So it does use war banner, but leap slam for sure with faster attacks, which I don't have any right now. So let's see. What currency is it using? Orbs of Transmutation. I don't know how many of those I have in my stash or anything, but we'll just get what we can. And he uses Frostblink, which takes 41 intelligence that I don't have. I have 24 intelligence. But this is like a build guide that I'm trying to follow step by step. It's like, how does a... I'm not even a new player, but I find it hard to, like, and these are supposed to be built for new players, but it's like, how do you get this stuff? Or how are you able to use this stuff? You gotta get the stats on the gear, okay? But how do you do that when you don't have the gear? So, war banner. I thought I already had that. Oh, I have it in my boots right now. Okay. We're supposed to use blood and sand. I know that's like a stance thing. I know it's like if you're in one of them, you get like a single target, and one of them gives you like AoE. Cast a buff that grants different bonuses to melee depending on your stance. Using the skill, again, alternates between the stances. Okay. If you're in blood stance, you have more area of damage, but you have less area effect. So it's like a smaller, less area of effect. So if you could like reach a certain range, I feel like it's like squeezed in a little closer, but does more damage, is how it reads to me. But like that's, I don't know. Then if you're in Sand Stance, you have more area of effect. So it's a wider circle in Sand Stance, or wider reach, but less damage. But that should be fine against packs of monsters. So if you are in Sand Stance, that's for clearing groups of monsters, and Blood Stance for single target. You'd bring it in and do more damage in a smaller radius. Okay. Blood is single target, Sand is AoE. Okay. And then Intimidating Cry. Not something I've got in my gems right now, but let's check it out. Intimidating. And I don't have an Orb of Transmutation to purchase it. But let's get rid of everything else that we're not using. And now, let's see what we can do. I am so low on currency, this is crazy. So, I want 3 red, okay?
Welcome.
Is there an armor piece that has 3 red on it? Now this one does, but they're not linked. I don't think I have a lot of orbs of fusing, if any. I don't have any orbs of fusing at all, so I can't even change the amount of sockets. And that's okay. I mean, this is very early game. People are usually rushing through this. They're just killing with whatever skill they have, and I don't know, it makes it hard. But these are the skills I'm supposed to use between levels 12 to 18. Sunder, Maim, Ruthless, Leap, Slam with the faster attack support and Frostblink, the War Banner that I've got equipped now, the Blood and Sand, and the Intimidating Cry that I don't have. So I'm missing 1 gem, and I don't have colors to link these up either. So it's an issue. It's definitely an issue. So the best we can do is use what we got. So, well, what do we got? In my chest piece, I can do my main ability, Sunder, and I can put it with Maim or Ruthless. But like, what would be better? Supports attack skills or other skills that can maim enemies. They do more damage. They have more chance to maim on hits. And enemies that are maimed take increased physical damage. So that's not bad. But the Ruthless, every 3rd time I use the ability, the 3rd strike will be more powerful. 77% more damage. And 77% more damage with ailments caused by melee hits. Again, I told you guys I don't understand ailments. So the War Banner we're supposed to be using. Okay. Blood and Sand, we're supposed to be switching between those stances. Okay. Do I have anything I can use? Because I don't even have 2 red gems. I could chrome. I have 1 more chrome. I could chrome the helmet in an attempt to get... Here, we can't even use this yet anyway, the Frostblink. And I can't link my Ruthless support to that. I could attempt to get a red on that, which failed. If I got a red on that, I could have equipped all this, but we'll put our Leap Slam... Oops. We'll put our Leap Slam in with faster attacks. And we'll leap around. And I can't even switch from single target to AoE with Blood and Sand yet, just because I don't have the sockets for it, and I can't Ruthless support to this. So like, we're very limited in what we can do right now in this stage of the game. And we just have to live with it. We just have to push on with that. And just do the best we can. So let's just, I mean, yeah, I've got a couple of things. I'm still even missing a gem, like I was saying. So we didn't really gear. I don't really have currency to buy gear or mess with gear or craft gear. But we can leap slam, and we can sunder. I mean, it's pretty sweet. Okay, it's blowing some stuff up. Alright, can I equip? I don't know how these flags work. Usually you used to have to click on it and it would show it, your character, like wearing it. And you would have to build up charges that you would then place the flag down on like a hard enemy, like Sharp Limp for instance. And you would place the flag down and then you'd beat on Sharp Limp. That's how it used to work. Well, when I click it now, it places it down. And I'll actually stop and read the ability here in a second, but from my memory, okay, it's gone now, and it just lets me place down another one. From my memory, I'd have to pick it up, build charges on it, while it's, you know, on my back, and I used to have to... That's how it used to be. Now it just seems like it's an ability you press and it places the flag down, right there. They must have changed it or something. You must gain Valor from melee combat to use this skill, which will consume all Valor to place a banner with an aura. The aura will be larger and more powerful the more Valor was consumed. So I do build up as I'm meleeing. Is this my Valor up here in the top corner? You gain Valor by killing enemies or hitting rare and unique enemies in melee combat and consume it to place banners. So the bigger we get that number, the bigger radius we'll have on the buff. When we place the banner down, it will end early if you leave the aura. So if you cross the line on it, okay, which I did when I placed it down this a little bit ago, or use the skill again while it's active. So you can end it on purpose, either by walking out or clicking the ability again. Now what does it do though? It lasts for 10 seconds. It grants 8% increased accuracy rating to you and your allies. It's got a small radius, which improves the more stacks of Valor you have. Okay. While you have no placed banner, you can gain the Valor. 6% more area of effect per Valor consumed. So it makes it bigger, like we were saying. 6% more area of effect per Valor consumed. Sorry. Area of effect is the first one. Second one is more aura effect. But what does it do? It grants 4% more physical damage with melee skills to me and allies. So it helps if I'm in a group too and stuff. I'm just playing solo. Okay, so these you click on. Monsters come out. So we build up the Valor. How high can it go? That's my next question. So we got it to 9. It goes to 10. Goes to 11. 12. Okay. I'm just gonna keep building it. We'll see how high we can get it. If there's a clear stopping point, then I'll know that information, and when I get to that cap, I'll, you know, place it down so I'm not wasting any charges on it. If you cross into a new zone, you lose all your Valor stacks. Okay. That's... makes sense, I guess, but you gotta start from scratch building it up. So I don't know, this is a hard little Einar pack. Einar has these beasts. I know a little bit about that league. So let's build it up to what, 15, and then we'll just place it down. And supposedly I'm getting extra melee damage out of it. And now that I'm starting to build stacks again, I assume the 10 seconds has passed and all that kind of stuff. I'm not touching this guy. I don't care to finish his little quest right now. I want to get a little waypoint and move on with my life. So I heard on this build that I want to save Alira because apparently it's very difficult to get chaos resistance caps at endgame. And apparently that helps a little bit with that. So this guy that we're gonna go, this bandit up here, whatever his name is, our goal is to defeat him and kill him. 40% increased damage again with hits against rare and unique enemies. That'll help us with the yellow packs a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, this must be this league. Crimson Iron. Interact to begin the encounter. Click on it. Okay, you get these flowers, these Venus flytraps that spawn mobs. And there's 3 of them and you kill them. So that's what we're going to focus on. Then it ends and cool. But what does it do? Like what am I building towards for the end game? So I got 21 Valor charges. Does it just keep going up? How high do you get it? Did it say on the ability how high you stack it? I don't see where it says how high you can stack it. I really don't. Okay, so we're gonna go till about 11:30. It's 11:16 for this video, and then I'm going to. This will be my first episode of this Let's Play series, which is kind of scuffed because I'm new to streaming and I started at level 15 and not at level 1. But when I started this character last night, I wasn't planning on streaming. And then I didn't want to restart the character from scratch, so it is what it is. Oh, I've noticed my Valor stacks are gone. I didn't place my banner down ever. Unless I did it unwittingly. We want to kill Creighton, I know that much, so we'll fight him. I'm gonna work on killing his ads first. I like to go around and clear out his guards. He spawns more in, I believe. We'll just beat on him now. He teleports around, we'll get the map out of our way. So he's dual wielding, he's got a sword. Well, I can't tell if his left hand sword, he's got 2 swords. His main hand looks like a scimitar. His offhand looks like just a straight edged short sword. Apparently we're tanky enough to just face tank him. And that's kind of nice. See, I don't know if it's worth picking these up. I mean, I can fill my bag up for something to sell, I guess, but I'm new to that. Okay, then I know there's a trick of like exit to character screen and load back in. And that's how you save on teleportation scrolls, etc. in that regard. So we've made it back to town. People want to talk to me in town. Sell some of this stuff. So we want to stay on a 2-handed weapon because that's what we're getting abilities for. I'm just looking at these boots to see if we get any more like move speed than what we got on these. Because it's nice that, I mean, we are on 15% move speed right now. So this, a chance to avoid being chilled and frozen. We like that. I don't feel like I need 2 mana potions. So I could run with 2 quicksilvers. Immunity to bleeding and corrupted blood is always very handy. But I think I'm gonna go down to 1 mana potion. That might be a mistake. But for now... Where did it throw that potion? I didn't set up my stuff. This is a mess. All of this is a mess still. So there was... Okay, it automatically went to my flask tab. I don't remember setting the affinity up for it, but it's set up, so it's going there. Okay. Yeah, that's all a mess still. We haven't gotten any new gear that I know of. We got about 10 minutes left to stream before testing this. Since I'm not getting the skill points, I don't need to rush the bandits. I'm gonna save a lira. So we will come and do this temple portion next. See, I'm kind of familiar. I'm really familiar with the campaign. As slow as I am at doing it, I am familiar with it. It's just the new league and the new build that I'm trying to get a grasp on. So if I check my POB, I'm supposed to go, now that we've got these points here, it wants me to head up this direction, head towards Warrior's Blood, which will be good. So see if I can remember that for having to check my POB next time. And now that I'm level 18, I was supposed to switch tabs on the POB even to different skills and a different skill setup. And I haven't even finished setting up the level 12 to 18 setup. I guess since I don't have to worry about picking up my flag or any of that anymore, and the way they changed that skill, I just get to go build Valor points and then just plop it down when I feel like. That's actually more quality of life than it used to be. Making war banners just a little bit, I don't know if they're better or nerfed from what they used to be, but it makes it a little more easier to use, in my opinion. I just didn't know how it worked, so I had to read through that. Alright, I need to make it to that waypoint. How are we gonna do that? I know speedrunners like ignore most of these mob packs and they'll just kill blue packs on their way through. I kind of kill whatever I feel like. Okay, these are different events than the corrupted growth ones. These don't have the Venus fly traps. These just spawn in mobs. I get orichalcum ore, or 19 orichalcum ore marked. I don't know if I'm collecting that ore, if it's just marking it for future mining, and what's it for and what does it do? It's probably something to do with King's March and the new, this new league. I say new, it's already old, everyone's freaking beat it already and whatever. Anybody that is anybody. As I said earlier in my video, I've been out of town for like 9 days, out of state. I was down in Arizona for a funeral. Okay, we picked that up. We got plenty of bag space because I learned you're not supposed to pick up everything in this game. Most of it's junk. What's funny is a lot of that might even be better than what I've got though, like, because I just don't know what I'm looking at. I really need to put that on an easier to hit keybind. I don't know, maybe. don't have to set it up pre-hand, so I don't need it on my back bar. It's not like a aura anymore. So if I plan on staying in this small circle, two red and a blue. That's what I'm using, is 2 red and a blue. But this might be better, because this is old. 77 armor. Let's compare. Oh, I don't have enough intellect to even use it. But just at a quick glance, it looks like it's a lot better than what I was wearing. So we might hold on to it. Maybe I'll figure out how to get some intellect. Maybe this helmet will have intellect on it. Chaos resistance, mana, max life. It's got 17 to intelligence on it. I was reading down to up, which I could have seen that if I read up to down or top to bottom, but that's going to allow me to wear this, which is better. So we just upgraded our helmet and chest piece, and we got up to 41 intelligence, which is exactly what Frostblink requires. I'm supposed to link it with Leap Slam and faster attacks in a 3-link, but we don't have that kind of option right now. So now it also gives me a red gem. I can get my blood and sand going. I think that's sand. Am I in sand or am I in blood? I'm in sand now. That's for AoE. So I can switch that to single target. Okay, so yeah, sand is AoE. That was neat that I got that helmet and it just had intelligence and it had the exact number I needed to get up and running on my Frostblink here. I might switch these around though. Alright. So, oh, we're within 5 minutes of ending this stream for the time being. I might do more than one today. I haven't decided yet, but whoa, see, like, it's like, hey, with my loot filter, it's like, hey, that's a crazy item, loot me. I don't know what makes it crazy yet. It's not something I'm gonna use, because it's a scepter, and I'm supposed to use a two-handed weapon. But it is like, hey, what makes this crazy? This guy's not even dying. Like, this guy, if we get his shield down, will he start taking some actual damage? Energy shield aura, shocked ground on death. So when he dies, he's gonna shock the ground. In my experience, if you have long enough, if it takes you long enough to kill a monster to where you can actually read and you have time to read what they're all about, then it probably takes too long to kill the monster. Or they're probably not worth fighting, I guess is what I'm trying to, like. Which is crazy, because then you're like, okay, so now I knew what he was about. I knew he was going to do shocked earth when he died to get out of that and everything. But I'm not a speed reader. I'm not gonna, like, if I'm killing something in 1 to 2 hits, I'm not gonna read that. And it probably wouldn't affect me anyway, because I would have moved on after I killed him. Unless I have to kill this guy and then AFK right away, then his shocked ground would kill me or something, you know. But like, if I killed him fast, my point is I wouldn't have read that at all. I wouldn't have even known what he was about. And all that kind of stuff. Alright, we're gonna go to the next waypoint, wherever it is, and then we're gonna call it good for this episode. This terrible, terrible episode. Okay, that might be a helmet worth looking at. Here in a minute. I just kind of want more damage in a smaller range. I might just, even when I'm clearing, I might just hit Blood Stance. I just want some bigger, fatter, juicier hits. A Veil Orb. That corrupts items. See, I kind of know what that does. Know what that all means? I'm not exactly sure on everything. I don't know everything about corrupting items, but I know that it changes them. It alters them. It corrupts them. We are at 0 views, we are at 0 chat rate, and we are at 0 concurrent viewers. So I think we're off to a fantastic start here. And since I've just made a fool of myself this whole time, that's fantastic. That's just perfect, actually. We get, okay, Fidelitas, the morning. Not that kind of morning. The sad kind of morning. Blood stance should be the stance for single target, which I'm in. Alright. We got some stuff we can look through. And I may look through it off stream or whatever. And oh. I don't know if I have to talk to her or not back in there. But just in case I do, I'll go back in there. I don't know if you're like required to talk to Helena after that. Now meet her in town. Okay. But we can do that by... Yeah, I'll look through that gear and stuff off stream, and we're level 20 now. We'll see what we can figure out. That's probably good for a little stream test. So, thanks everyone. I don't know how to make it into a video on YouTube now, or if I even want to, but we're gonna stop streaming at least. I want to make it a video so I can watch and see how it was, but yeah, stop streaming.